Welcome. My name is Flavio Paul, and I'm application engineer at CES. Today, I will show you a small demo using the mapping solutions with MATLAB. And in this script, we will explore some visualizations available in MATLAB and Mapping Toolbox. So we use coordinates of the tallest building on Earth is Burj Khalifa in Dubai, and we will display a 2 and 3D geographic map. So also I will include some data of a track of a UAV. So we're going to simulate the UAV over the city of Dubai, and then we'll synchronize the view with the camera and also using a navigation function. In the end, we will open the track over the Google Earth app using the KML files. So let's go through the script. This is a live script. I'm running it on MATLAB 2021A, and I will share this on the description of this video. You'll find a link to download it. And so Mapping Toolbox, I don't know if you are familiar with it, provides algorithms and functions to deal with geographic data. So you can create maps and visualizations. So let's import the data to MATLAB. So I Googled the coordinates of Burj Khalifa and I got this coordinate. So you can bring this data to MATLAB. Let's use the section of run section here, or run in advance. So you see the result. So here I provide the coordinates. They are already on my workspace in MATLAB. Now let's view the Burj Khalifa location in a 2D map. We're going to use Geo Access is a function to create a plot of geographic location, and the geoplot is going to be our latitude and longitude using a red star to mark our point, and also we're going to include the legend. Let's run this. So here you see it's a 2D map. We have the longitude and latitude here, and Burj Khalifa is marked with a red star. Okay, and also Burj Khalifa location is the name of our plot. So now let's synchronize the view of Burj Khalifa neighborhood in a 2D and a 3D map using the Geographic Access of the Mapping Toolbox. So now here we have the position of my figure, and also I call my figure 1 and figure 2 because I'm going to plot in a grid. And my first figure is going to be the Geo Access 2D, and my second figure is going to be a GeoGlobe. This is a 3D figure. So here, let me run this. So here we open this plot. So we have in the first figure 2D and 3D in the second one. Let me accommodate the screen for you. So here we have the map of the world in 2D and here in 3D. So you can move around this map and zoom it if you need. It's taking data from the web, from this Earth Star Geographics is providing this plot, okay, this data. Also you can provide here, we have the whole Middle East over here. You can zoom over Dubai in this case. Let's zoom it. Okay. So if you don't zoom it, just have the Earth over here, the same visualization we have in Google Earth. So let's view Burj Khalifa in the 2D map. So here we have the location. So if we can zoom it out, and here is going to update the map or zoom in. So we have the downtown of Dubai. And now let's bring the view of the 3D map. So I'm going to put the camera on latitude and longitude, and this is the altitude of 600, okay? So now we have the Burj Khalifa. This is the 3D map. Now let's visualize the UAV path. So This UAV tracks data is from an example within the mapping toolbox. So we are just adapting it to the Burj Khalifa neighborhood. So this is not a track that flew over Dubai. It actually flew in another place. It was just bringing it to see over Dubai, okay? To see it over Dubai. So let's import the data. So the data is here. If you use this GPX read function, this will just read GPX file and bring it the file here. This file exists within the mapping toolbox, okay? So if you install MATLAB mapping toolbox on your computer, you have this data there in the root. And here we are adjusting the latitude and longitude and altitude to fit Burj Khalifa. So let me show you the result. First, we have the data now in our workspace. Now plot the flight over the map. Let me run this. So here you have over the 3D map and here the 2D map. Okay, so if you want to zoom it, you can zoom it. Okay, so here you see, and also here you can zoom it. So now we need to calculate the flight heading. So we need to, the UAV will fly over this track, and our camera actually is going to fly over it. And we need to set the ellipsoid of this function. So this is a function called reference ellipsoid for World Geodesic System 1984. So this is a reference coordinate system used by the Global Positioning System, GPS. Okay. So also we're going to use the function azimuth, is used for the between points in the sphere, so or ellipsoid in our case. So it's to calculate the heading of the camera. You understand when I run it. Okay. Here is going to be set the initial view of the camera. So latitude and longitude. My first is a vector, as we see here. Vector of this size, 2,956 points. Okay. Now let's run this, and also the altitude is going to be 200. And the pitch of the camera. Okay, now I have my camera. Now let's show the location of the in a 2D map using now the topographic map. You see how it's going to change now the topographic map. And here, now we're going to fly over Dubai. So we create a for loop to change the visualization. So we're going to have a step of 10 data points, okay, because otherwise we're going to take a long time, and set a marker for the altitude. And also we're going to dot the visualization all the time in this for loop over our plot here on the right. Okay, so let's run this. So let me make it bigger. Here you see the start location. Let me make it bigger. So here you have a map of Dubai. Now here you have the like a flying. It's flying in this straight line parallel to the sea, and we're going over the main road in Dubai. Here now it's going to turn right. Here you see the Palm Jumeirah on the left side, and at some point here we are going up. It's a 3D, as you see. We're heading to these curves over here. We're going to turn right, left many times. So here you see the end location over here in blue, the start location in pink, and the current location of the UAV, this dot you have here. Now we have again a straight line and one more loop over the world island. And now back to the content. Now we will export vector data to KML file, okay, that we can open in Google Earth, Google Maps, NASA, or other Earth browser. Okay, so this you're going to use the function called KML write line. Okay, so first you need to run this script. So if you have a Windows, it's going to, if you have Google Earth, it's going to open Google Earth when you run the open KML file name. Okay, so if you run this, it works with Mac. If you have a Windows, okay, I will have Linux. Now, if you run the KML write, you're going to read the track file. Actually, you're going to rename as Burj Khalifa, and you're going to include the data, the color you want, and the other parameters you have. And you're going to open it in Google Earth in my case. And here, my Google Earth is going exactly to the place where you see you see all the track, all the data, okay? So if you zoom it here, Google Earth offers you some 3D visualization of the buildings around it. And also you see the 3D data of the path of the UAV track, okay? I hope you like this video, short video. So subscribe to the channel, CES, and we will update more videos and demos. See you.